All right, two sisters stripped and assaulted and all for not being able to repay the education loan of one of the sisters' daughter. Now, this shocking incident comes from Karnataka's Anekal taluk. Now, remember, this is merely an hour from the IT hub of the country, Bengaluru. And worse is that the police took 2 days to lodge a complaint in the matter. Now, it was only after the assault videos went viral, creating a public outrage, that the complaint was finally registered on the 9th of June 28th. Now, the complaint has been lodged against 2 accused in the case. While 2 have been arrested, 1 is still absconding.
In India today, we talk a lot about educating the girl child and helping bring women, in fact, forward in every field. And even as we talk about this, a very unfortunate incident coming to light from Karnataka, just about 30 kilometers away from Bengaluru city. Well, 2 women were in fact stripped and assaulted as they were unable to repay the loans that they had taken for the education of their daughters. The money lenders over here who had loaned them, in fact, this amount at a 30% interest rate, arrived at their doorstep, stripped the women and beat them black and blue. Well, even as we're reporting this, 2 of the 3 accused have been arrested. But the bigger question really of how today people are still allowed to take the law and order into their hands and humiliate women like this left, right and center. I'm going to be taking this straight now to the victims over here, who were a part of this unfortunate incident. Madam, namaste. First of all, namge neevu helakagatta andre nimd 2 makkaliddare nimdu kuda neevu avruddu education aganta neevu loan tagondidri adu yavaga tagondri matte avaru ivaga eshtu vayasu avaru ಏನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ?
ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು. ಲಕ್ಷ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು 30% ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರಿ. ಕೊರೋನಾ ಟೈಮಿಂದ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊಡೆದು ಗಲಾಟೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಪ್ಪ ಬಿಡ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರು ಅಪ್ಪದು. ಸುನಿಲ್, ಇಂದ್ರಮ್ಮ, ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಏಕೈಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊಡೆದು ಮಾಡಿ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಾವು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು 1 ಲಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 11 ಲಕ್ಷ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿನೂ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಕಾಲಾವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೂ ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಲಾವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ.
Well, that was the mother of, 2 women over here, 2 daughters over here, in fact, who's gone on to say that what's happened is that while they've taken the loan in 2016 and they had been paying the interest, 30% interest on this loan until the pre-COVID times, it was during COVID that they were unable to pay this loan. And while the lenders too had, in fact, taken them to the police station and a settlement was agreed upon, despite that, the unfortunate incident on Sunday where these women were, in fact, pulled out of their homes. The father of these women was locked inside one of the rooms. They were stripped inside their own house, right in full public view, in fact, in the courtyard of their house. And that's precisely what's happened. She's also gone on to add that, they had no intention to not pay the loan, and that was settled in the police station.
3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಏಕಾಏಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಂಡೇ ನಾವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ತಂಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಬಂದು ಆಯಿತು, ಏನೋ ಸಮಾಧಾನದಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ, ಇದು ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸರಿ ನಡೀರಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ, ಅಪ್ಪನೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಂಥರ ಫುಲ್ ಇದಾಯಿತು ಮೇಡಮ್.
Very teary-eyed victim over here telling us that while the money, of course, is one thing, what happens to the dignity, what happens to the self-respect that these women were stripped of merely because they could not pay back these loans? The bigger question also today, while we are covering the story, is about whether the government, in fact, has failed in terms of reaching out to the smaller villages, in terms of reaching out to the rural areas and helping in educating these children. And that is what we are going to leave you with today. In Bengaluru, with video journalist Nagendra, this is Neha Hebale for Mirror Now.